Guys, you're having another music one. Please give me hope that these will end soon, because the music ones are kind of short. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy though. Who is the statue of? Asking young Ochako. I think that's Prince Johto, and who ruled 20 years ago, a young Deku answered. Yeah, he was a sad and lonely prince. He refused to marry. He gave the crown to his nephew, and the son of Princess Fuyumi. Ida answered. Huh? Why didn't he marry? Ochako asked in shock. It was because he fell in love with a witch, Mike announced. Wait, so he was cursed? Deku gasped. No. He was heartbroken because he was tricked, Aizawa said. There is actually a story about that. It was a tragic story at that. I meant to do Midnight's voice. Sorry. Midnight had spoken. Really? Please tell us the story, Ichako asked. The others nodded, and Midnight cleared her throat. Now gather around. Behold such a saddening tale. Come now, leave not behind your handkerchief, any keep you well. As Midnight sang, more children gathered to listen to the story of Prince Johto and the witch. A long, long time ago, there lived a young witch in the land, yes. She came to love a young prince. So the story goes. Yin smiled as she gently hugged Shoto's arm. As they walked through the beautiful gardens around the kingdom, Shoto smiled lovingly as he knelt and plunged a beautiful flower as he tucked it in behind Yin's ears. No need for magic to stop time, to spell an active what I feel. Love bounding through every hour, joy, light, a new day. Not far away, a line of church folk made their way back to the sanctuary. The one discipled, in particular, stopped to stare at the young lovers, at their blissful smiles as they strolled through the gardens. Her heart twisted in pain at the sight of her husband, her handsome prince, smiling at a beautiful woman who wasn't her. The other woman had a beautiful flowing colored hair and bright eyes, while the discoupled girl had dark eyes and shining black hair. Tied me tight to a cross. I look longing at the sky, patient for your crime, patient for your life. If I pray, who will hear? I am drowning in their cheers, devoted, trusted in dusty tombs. The poor woman was tied to a cross in the middle of town. The people shouted curses at her, tossed rocks and stone, as the discipled woman chanted and prayed to the gods, damn this witch. Yin stared down at the crowd till her eyes landed on Prince Shoto, who only stared with conflict and sorrowful of eyes, as the discipleful woman Momo continued to chant. If my love was just a curse, then I have many tears to shed. Penance for your crime, penance for your life. Let it light, let it burn out bright, and with all your spite, feel now the weight of the dead and soon. Come now, open your eyes, look up to the flames in the sky. Come now, do not forget those embers are the final judge. One time, long, long ago, there lived a young witch in the land, yes. She came to trick the prince, so the story goes. She kept all the magic out of sight. How else achieve what you feel? Momo went up to the prince one fateful day, bringing a message from the gods, telling him the woman he fell in love with was an evil witch, simply using him to get power. You can't trust her, Prince Shoto. She will bring chaos into this kingdom. If she gets in your way, Momo said as she held a picture of Yin. Shoto didn't know what to say. Yes, his love Yin, but Momo was his best friend. He didn't know what to believe. love burning the final hour. He'll light a new day. Hear the witch cry louder as tied up as she's tied up to oh my god, as he's tied up to his eyes. Patience for crime, patience for your life. Right before shouting curses that may take away your life. Vengeance you couldn't keep tune in vain. If that love was just a curse, then I only have tears to shed. We will do what we must. Let us turn to dust. Let it bright, let it burn. Are bright. We only do what's right. No hand to help him find his ways. Shoto frowned silently as Momo held his hand and continued to pray and chant to the gods. Yen looked down at him with pleading eyes as tears ran down her cheeks. Can't believe all these fools I see. You led them dirty lies. Pendants for your crime, pendants for your life. Searing flames rising higher as the sun begins to die. Feel now the weight of death, and soon. Yin walked alone the pathstone of the town when a strong breeze flew off her bonnet. Yin gasped and quickly chased after it as the winds chased it. A good distance away, Shoto was simply strolling around the town when he noticed a bonnet flying towards him. The bonnet was in his hands as a beautiful girl stopped in front of him. Shoto's eyes widened as he took in the girl's beauty. Yin smiled bashfully as Shoto handed her bonnet. Not too far away, Momo noticed that Shoto was distracted by this stranger. Her heart twisted in jealousy as she ran to sanctuary and prayed to the gods. Jealousy and hatred filled her heart as an idea landed in her mind. No need for magic to stop time, to spell and advance what we feel. Love bounding through every hour, joy lights a new day. A witch's power comes from the length of her hair. Just cut it off, then she won't be a threat, Momo said as she placed a hand on his shoulder. Shoto looked down at his sword with conflict eyes as he sighed and went to find Yin. Tied me tight to a cross. I look longing at the sky. Pendants for your crimes, pendants and your life. If I pray, who will hear you? I am drowning in their cheers. Devoted turned to dusty tombs. If my love was just a curse, then I have only tears to shed. Patience for your crime, pendants for your life. Let it light, let it burn out, bright and coke all your spite. No god can help her find her way. Yin sobbed as she realized that Shoto was not going to save her. With wind blew through her known chopped hair as she cried out in pain and sorrow. Like a flame burning, bloody red and tearing into the sky. Pendants for your crime, pendants for your life. Take these tears, tell their story, and please don't forget to cry. Feel now the weight of death and lies. Black wings sprouted from her back as the ropes binded and suddenly snapped her off. Everyone covered their faces as a strong gust of wind while Shoto stared in awe. Yin turned back to look at Shoto with nothing but sorrow in her eyes. With a flap of her wings, she took off into the air and disappeared into the distance. Shoto held out his hand as one of her lovely black feathers fluttered down into his hands. As Shoto stared down at the feather, tears slowly started to fall from his eyes as the weight of what he had lost started to weigh on him.